I received a question over email, and I wanted to answer that. I know you're prepping chapters 6 and 7. Anyway, this is a question about one of the quiz questions, and the quiz question gets at really the central intuition for not just these two chapters, but certainly these two chapters and much of what follows in this course. So let's address this question. So we're looking at this table on the right, and the question is that we've got information on the quantity of cakes and information on the total cost, and the question is how many wedding cakes should the bakery make each day? And the correct answer we see here is 4. The key here is to remember that we're going to apply the cost-benefit rule, but we're going to apply the cost-benefit rule to a particular type of question. We're going to take this information here and on total costs, and we're going to convert this information in a way that's going to answer the question, given we're producing first 0 cakes, should we produce the first cake? And then if we're producing the first cake, should we produce the second cake, and so on. The benefits are fixed at $350 per wedding cake, and so the cost benefit, produce one more cake if the benefits, $350, are greater than the costs, and those costs are the cost of producing just one more cake. So here we go. I've made a little spreadsheet here. I guess I could have worked with the table, but it was so tiny that I thought I'd just copy the information into a spreadsheet. And see what I've done. I've calculated this column marginal cost. You could do it in your head, but basically the marginal cost as we move from 0 to 1, costs of 0 were $200. So there's some fixed costs, just renting the shop or renting the oven space, the kitchen space, whatever. There's some fixed costs. But then as we increase our output, we incur costs. And so the cost of going from 0 to 1 is the difference between the cost at 1 and the cost at 0, and that's 200. And as we produce one more cake, notice early on, costs might fall. Maybe it's, there's some efficiency to having one person baking the cakes, the other person icing the cake, whatever. The cost of producing the second one was only $100. So in terms of applying the benefit cost rule, the first cake we get $350 for. It costs us $200 to make. So yes, let's produce that first cake. And then given we're produce that first cake, should we produce the next one? Well, yeah, because 350 is greater than 100. And you can see where we're going with this. Producing that third cake increases our cost by 200. Well, 350 is greater than 200, so it would make sense to produce that third cake. And how about the fourth cake? Well, yeah, because $300 is the marginal cost, and our marginal benefit is $350. So we trade $300 to get $350 in return. Absolutely, that's a trade any of us would take. And if you're offering that trade, you're going to go broke pretty quick. But and then finally, would you produce that fifth cake? No, because producing that fifth cake costs you $400, and you'd only get $350 in return, so you wouldn't do that. So our correct output, our correct answer is 4.